Hello, and welcome to In Case You Missed It, Black Audacity Style. Today, we will bring you up to speed on last week's news and hot topics that you may have missed. I'm Lawanda Morris, CEO of Black Audacity Magazine, and your host for this evening. Now, today, we will be discussing the 81st Golden Globes, how voters are feeling about our economy, discrimination in the healthcare system, and in breaking news, COVID vaccine mandates and so much more. So pour yourself a drink, grab a snack, and let's get into it. In political news, polls show that voters are feeling uneasy about the state of our economy, despite there being studies that show that it's not doing as bad as people are making it seem. So, are the polls right or are the studies right? Well, I'm not exactly sure which one is right, but like I said in last week's episode, all I do know for sure is that I have never been contacted and asked to participate in one of these so-called polls. Certainly never a Fox News poll. Have you? Have you ever been contacted to participate in one of these polls? If not, I would suggest not giving these polls so much weight. Instead, I would say that we need to all pay more attention to the studies and to the facts. Now, the facts are that the unemployment report for December the 8th showed that employers added 199,000 jobs in the month of November, and the unemployment rate dropped to 3.7%. Now, the report also stated that inflation has gone from 9.1% all the way down to 3.2% and without causing a recession. So again, do your own research, do your own homework, and I would put more stock in the facts and not in these so-called polls. In sports news, the NFL is finally seeing more and more diversity, and this time it's on the business side, and I am here for it. Now, ESPN has reported that during a recent owners meeting, 51% of employees identify as a person of color and or a woman. This does not include players or the members of the league office, but this 51% is primarily from people of color being executives and the amount of women in football operations rising as well. So this is the first time that this has happened, and people are happy to hear about the increasing diversity in the NFL. I am one of them. It is about time, and we hope that these numbers continue to increase. In health news, KFF, a health research organization, revealed that minorities have more negative interactions during healthcare visits. Now, this wouldn't be the first time that we've reported on this, but this survey shows and solidifies that this problem is even bigger by having 6,300 adults participate in the study. The director of racial equity and health policy at KFF said that some respondents shared personal stories of issues they have encountered, such as their provider not listening to them or not answering specific questions or not even responding to direct requests, but also not prescribing pain medication that they needed. There have also been instances where their concerns were dismissed out of hand and that they later found out that they had serious health conditions that their doctor did not take seriously. Now, it's gotten even to a point where Black patients feel as though they need to dress very carefully or a certain way to be respected and listened to when they do have a healthcare visit. Again, you are your best advocate. I cannot say that enough. You know your body, you know when something is wrong. Listen to it. So please continue to fight for yourself and for your health, because no one, and I mean no one, is going to stand up and fight for you the way you will. In celebrity news, the 2024 Golden Globes is right around the corner and the nomination list has been announced. Now, there are some standout movies of 2023 that are nominated, which includes Barbie, Elemental, and John Wick. Again, just to name a few. But as far as actors go, Viola Davis, Margot Robbie, Angela Bassett, Ali Wong, Zendaya, Coleman Domingo, as well as Danielle Brooks and Fantasia for their roles in the new Color Purple are all up for nominations. Rihanna, Tim's, and Black Panther director Ryan Coogler are also nominated for Best Original Song for Lift Me Up, which is in the hit movie Black Panther Wakanda Forever. The 3-hour event takes place in Beverly Hills and it airs live at 5 p.m. on Sunday, January 7th on CBS. And I can't wait to see who wins. And I also can't wait to see what they will be wearing. The host has yet to be announced, but FYI, if you're looking for someone, I'm available. In breaking news, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky had his third visit to Washington on Monday, December the 11th, where he pleaded for more support for the war against Russia. Now, President Biden has asked Congress for billions more to go to Ukraine and to Israel to aid in their fight against Hamas. However, Republicans are withholding these critical funds because they are attempting to tie the funds to the U.S.-Mexico border. Congress is in its final week before leaving for the holidays, and I don't think there's going to be any agreements being made before they leave for the holidays. However, they need to get something done. It likely won't happen until the new year. Now, on Monday, December the 11th, the Supreme Court threw out several cases challenging the new COVID-19 vaccine mandates for executive branch employees, as well as for military service members. Mandates for the vaccine were issued back in 2021. However, President Biden announced that, and the Biden administration put out a statement that read, "We are now in a different phase of our response, where these measures are no longer necessary." And the mandate was lifted back in January for U.S. troops and back in May for executive branch employees by the president. On Wednesday, December the 13th, however, the House voted to formalize the Republican Party's impeachment inquiry into President Biden. CBS reported that the chamber voted along straight party lines, 221, that is, to 212. After the vote, President Biden stated, "Instead of doing anything to help Americans' lives and make them better, Republicans are focused on attacking me with lies. Instead of doing their job on urgent work that needs to be done, they are choosing to waste time on this baseless political stunt that even Republicans in Congress admit is not supported by any facts." Now, I believe what he said is right. There has been absolutely no evidence presented by Republicans against the president that will warrant an impeachment inquiry, not as far as I can tell. I think it's pretty ridiculous, but we'll keep you posted on the story and see how this thing goes. Now, finally, Tamika Foster Raymond, Usher's ex-wife, has stated or started a petition on change.org calling for the draining of Lake Lanier in Atlanta. Essence reported that this is where her 11-year-old son, Kyle Clover, died. He was floating in an inner tube on the lake when he was struck by a watercraft back in July of 2012. Now, Tamika says she would like to see stricter laws enforced to prevent so many tragedies from happening there. It said that hundreds of deaths have occurred over the past few years, and that Lake Lanier is one of the deadliest lakes in this country. That doesn't even include the very racist origin history. If you haven't heard about it, please Google it. Take some time and read about how Lake Lanier was created. Now, Tamika is determined to change the lake for the better, and I wish her luck. But my hope is more dramatic than that. I hope that it's not only drained, but I hope that the land is restored and returned to the descendants of the original owners. Now, on a lighter note, I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. And due to the holiday season, we will be on our break and we will return to our regularly scheduled programming on Monday, January the 8th. But we'll still be giving you some awesome content while we're on this break. So please, please, please check back, look for BAM updates, and stay posted with the information and the content that will be showing up in your feed, because we know you have those notifications turned on. Well, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed today's segment of In Case You Missed It Black Audacity style. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so that you see more Black Audacity Magazine YouTube content show up in your feed. Again, I'll see you back here Monday, January the 8th, 2024. I'm LaWanda Moore, CEO of Black Audacity Magazine, and we are unapologetically and unambiguously Black Audacity. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you back here on Monday, January the 8th.